And I saw, and lo, in the firmament that was on heads of cherubim, as a sapphire storm, and as the form of likeness of a king's seat appeared thereon. And he said to the man that was clothed in the linen clothes, and spake, Enter thou in the midst of the wheels that be under cherubims, and fill thine hand with coals of fire that be betwixt cherubims, and shed thou out on the city. And he entered in my sight. Forsooth, cherubim stood at the right side of the house of the Lord when the man entered, and a cloud filled the inner foreyard, and the glory of the Lord was raised from above cherubims to the threshold of the house. And the house was filled with a cloud, and the foreyard was filled with shining of the glory of the Lord. And the sound of wings of cherubims was heard till to the outermost foreyard, as the voice of Almighty God speaking, when he had commanded to the man that was clothed in linen clothes, and had said, Take thou fire from the midst of the wheels that be betwixt cherubims. He entered and stood beside the wheels, and cherub stretched forth his hand from the midst of cherubims to the fire that was betwixt cherubims, and took and gave into the hands of him that was clothed in linen clothes. And he took and went out. And the likeness of the hand of a man appeared in cherubims under the wings of those. And I saw, and lo, 4 wheels were beside cherubims, one wheel beside one cherub, and another wheel beside another cherub. Forsooth, the likeness of wheels was as the sight of the stone chrysolite, and the beholding of those was one likeness of 4, as if a wheel be in the midst of a wheel. And when they went into 4 parts. Those turned not again going, but to the place to which that was the first wheel bowed to go. Also others followed, and turned not again. And all the body of those wheels, and the necks, and hands, and wings of the beast, and circles, were full of eyes, in the compass of 4 wheels. And he called those wheels voluble, or able to go all about, in mine hearing. Forsooth, one beast had 4 faces. One was the face of a cherub, and the second was the face of a man, and the third was the face of a lion, and in the fourth was the face of an eagle. And cherubims were raised, that is the beast, which I had seen beside the flood Chebar. And when cherubims went, also the wheels beside those went together with them. When the cherubims raised their wings, that those should be enhanced from the earth, the wheels abided not still, but also those were beside cherubims. The wheels stood with those cherubims standing, and were raised with the cherubims raised, for the spirit of life was in those wheels. And the glory of the Lord went out from the threshold of the temple, and stood on the cherubims. And cherubim raised their wings, and were enhanced from the earth before me. And when those went out, also the wheels pursued, and it stood in the entering of the east gate of the house of the Lord. And the glory of the God of Israel was on those. This is the beast which I saw under God of Israel, beside the flood Chebar. And I understood that 4 cherubims were, 4 faces were to one, and 4 wings to one. And the likeness of the hand of a man was under the wings of those. And the likeness of the cheers of those were those cheers which I had seen beside the flood Chebar. And the beholding of those, and the fierceness of each, was to enter before his face.